just had the launch of the infrastructure financing report, Africa Infrastructure Financing Report. It's an annual publication we've been doing, and that tries to identify what the financing gaps in infrastructure are. And so one of the good conclusions of this report, this year's report, is that for the first time we've been able to document infrastructure commitments in Africa that topped the $100 billion mark. It's the first time that it is the case, so we see an upside trend, including more financing, some key players, including governments themselves, contributing more to infrastructure than they have in the past. But also China is the biggest growth country in terms of infrastructure financing, but also, of course, MDB, Africa 50 coming into the equation for the first time also. So very positive trend, but still a significant gap. And the question then becomes, what can we do to shrink that gap? And so there are a couple of ideas, but it's a really huge topic. We would need a couple of hours to discuss it. But one way is infrastructure is too complicated. Every deal tends to be idiosyncratic with its own rules and requirements and legislation and partners and documentation, etc. So if we can find a way to modularize, standardize some of these deals, as has happened, for example, in the telecom sector already a while ago, very standard type of deals, easily replicable. As has happened in the solar energy sector over the past 5 or 6 years, standard approaches that can be easily replicated. That is one way. We need to get to scale by simplifying the way we approach infrastructure. It's outstanding, it's amazing. There's just not enough time in a day to meet everyone who wants to engage with us. I'm really impressed by the quality of the presentation of the boardrooms. I'm impressed also by the eagerness of investors, financiers to connect with us and to ask us also to connect them with others. And I think that's part of our role here at the African Development Bank. It's not just to use this as a way to increase our own private sector financing, which we have to do, by the way, but also to connect others, to work with all our partners, our numerous partners here, and help lift the boat for all of them and kind of mobilize private financing at scale for infrastructure in Africa in particular.